Today, January 2, 2026. Archangel Michael says, this message is for you. And before your mind tries to question why you are here right now, let me gently tell you this. You did not arrive by accident. You did not open this randomly. There is a reason your attention was guided here at this exact moment. My child, slow down for a second. Breathe. Stay with these words. You may have felt restless today, or unusually quiet, or maybe you woke up with a feeling you couldn't explain. Something inside you has been shifting. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But steadily. And Archangel Michael wants you to know that what you've been sensing is real. There has been a silent protection around you that you could not see, but it has been working without pause. Even when you doubted. Even when you felt alone. Even when you wondered if anyone truly understood what you carry inside your heart. My child, there are battles you never had to fight because they were stopped before they reached you. There were doors meant to confuse you that never fully opened. There were energies around you that tried to drain you, distract you, or pull you off your path, but they were quietly removed. That was not luck. That was guidance. Archangel Michael has been standing close, especially during moments when you felt unusually tired without reason, or when you felt like pulling away from people you once trusted. Those were not weaknesses. Those were signals. Signals that your spirit was maturing, sharpening, becoming more aware. My child, you are entering a phase where clarity replaces confusion. Where silence begins to speak louder than noise. You may notice that you no longer feel the need to explain yourself to everyone. You may feel less interested in chasing validation, approval, or attention. That is because your energy is changing. And when your energy changes, your surroundings must adjust. Some connections will feel distant. Some conversations will no longer satisfy you. This is not loss. This is alignment. Archangel Michael says, do not rush this phase. Do not fear it. You are not being pushed away from life. You are being guided deeper into your true position. There is something ahead that requires you to be clear, calm, and grounded. That is why distractions are fading. That is why certain people are stepping back on their own. That is why your heart has been asking for stillness instead of chaos. My child, if you have been waiting for a sign, understand this clearly. This is it. Not a loud sign. Not a dramatic one. But a precise one. Appearing exactly when you were ready to receive it. There are decisions you have been delaying, not because you are weak, but because you sense their weight. Archangel Michael says wisdom is moving through you now. You will know when to speak. You will know when to remain silent. You will know when to step forward and when to let something fall away without resistance. Trust that knowing. Do not second-guess it. The protection around you is not leaving. It is strengthening. What you are stepping into next does not require force. It requires presence. And that presence is already forming within you. Stay here. Do not scroll away. Let this settle. Because this message did not come to rush you. It came to remind you that you are watched over, guided, and prepared. And this is only the beginning. The message continues, my child, and Archangel Michael asks you to stay steady with these words, not rushing, not skimming, but letting each sentence land where it is meant to land, because what is unfolding now is not information, it is alignment. You may not realize it yet, but something within you has already decided to change. Even if your outer life still looks the same, even if the days seem routine, even if nothing dramatic has happened yet, inside you a quiet decision has already been made. That is why you have felt moments of emotional distance from things that once mattered too much. That is why you sometimes feel like you are observing your own life from a slight distance, noticing patterns you ignored before. Archangel Michael says this awareness is a sign of elevation, not confusion. You are beginning to see clearly what drains you and what strengthens you. And once this clarity arrives, it cannot be undone. My child, there were times in the past when you blamed yourself for not fitting in, for not reacting the way others expected, for feeling deeper than most people around you. But hear this now. You were never meant to blend in. Your sensitivity was never a flaw. It was a form of perception. You feel things early. You sense shifts before they happen. You notice when energy changes, even if you cannot explain it in words. This is why Archangel Michael has been so close to you lately. Because people like you need protection not from danger alone, but from overload. From carrying too much that was never yours to carry. My child, there are emotional burdens you picked up simply because you cared. Because you listened. Because you stayed when others left. But understand this. You are not required to keep holding what no longer belongs to you. The season ahead asks for release, not effort. You will notice that certain worries lose their grip on you without struggle. Certain fears fade not because you fought them, but because you outgrew them. This is how real change happens. Quietly. Naturally. Without announcement. Archangel Michael says do not underestimate what is rearranging itself behind the scenes. Conversations are being delayed for your protection. Outcomes are being softened so they do not overwhelm you. Even timing is being adjusted so you meet moments when you are strong enough to handle them. If you have felt like life has been slowing you down recently, this is why. It was never a blockage. It was a recalibration. My child, there is also something important you need to hear about your heart. You may have wondered why certain emotional connections felt intense, confusing, or unfinished. Why some people linger in your thoughts longer than they logically should. Archangel Michael says this is because your heart bonds deeply, but it also remembers lessons deeply. Some connections were not meant to stay forever, but they were meant to shape you. And now, you are being gently guided into a phase where you no longer relive the lesson, you simply carry the wisdom. This will bring relief you did not know you needed. You will stop replaying old conversations. You will stop questioning your worth based on someone else's inability to see it. And this shift will feel subtle at first, but powerful. My child, your future does not require you to become someone else. It requires you to return fully to who you already are. That is why authenticity has been calling you so strongly. You may feel less patient with pretending, with surface-level interactions, with environments that feel misaligned. This is not arrogance. This is self-respect awakening. Archangel Michael says honor this feeling. You are allowed to choose peace over performance. You are allowed to choose clarity over chaos. And as you do, you will notice that your intuition becomes sharper. Decisions that once took weeks will take moments. You will feel a quiet certainty guide you instead of anxiety. My child, if there is one thing Archangel Michael wants you to understand deeply right now, it is this. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing your moment. Your path has always unfolded differently because it is meant to serve a different purpose. The patience you were forced to learn was not punishment. It was preparation. The solitude you experienced was not abandonment. It was refinement. And now, you are stepping into a phase where things begin to meet you halfway. Where effort feels lighter. Where resistance fades. Where you no longer chase what is meant for you, because it begins to recognize you. Stay grounded in this knowing. Stay present with what you feel rather than what you fear. Archangel Michael is not asking you to do more right now. He is asking you to trust more. To rest in the awareness that you are guided even when you do not see the full picture. And as this message settles into you, something within you will exhale. You will feel calmer without knowing why. Clearer without forcing clarity. This is the sign that the message has reached its place. Remain open. Remain steady. What comes next will meet you gently. Stay with me, my child, because this unfolding is still gentle and still precise, and Archangel Michael asks that you remain present rather than searching ahead, because what is being given to you now is not urgency, it is reassurance. You may notice that as these words continue, something inside you feels steadier, like your breath has slowed without effort, like your thoughts are no longer racing to solve anything. That is intentional. You are being brought back into alignment with your own rhythm. For a long time, you adjusted yourself to match the pace of others, the expectations of situations, the noise of demands that were never truly yours. You learned how to keep going even when you were tired, how to stay composed even when you were uncertain, how to be strong without being seen. Archangel Michael says this strength did not go unnoticed. It was recorded in the quiet places. It shaped the way protection surrounded you. It influenced the way doors opened just enough to guide you forward without overwhelming you. My child, you are entering a period where you will no longer need to push yourself to be understood. The people, opportunities, and environments that are meant for you will recognize your energy without explanation. You may find that conversations feel easier, that mutual understanding arrives faster, that respect is offered without you asking for it. This is not coincidence. This is resonance. You have done the internal work, often without realizing you were doing it. You reflected when others distracted themselves. You questioned patterns instead of repeating them. You chose growth even when it felt lonely. These choices created a frequency that now begins to attract what matches you. Archangel Michael says do not rush to label what is coming. Do not try to define it too early. Allow it to reveal itself naturally. Some things need space to take their true shape. You may feel moments of excitement mixed with calm, anticipation without anxiety. This balance is a sign that you are ready. My child, there is also a softness returning to you. A gentleness that had been buried under responsibility and resilience. You will notice small joys feeling brighter, simple moments feeling fuller, silence feeling comforting instead of empty. This is your nervous system remembering safety. It is your heart learning that it no longer has to stay guarded all the time. Archangel Michael says you are safe to relax now, not because nothing will ever challenge you again, but because you trust yourself to navigate whatever comes. This trust is new. It was earned. And it changes everything. You may also notice that your intuition speaks more clearly through feelings rather than words. A quiet pull towards certain choices. A calm pause before others. Listen to that. It is guidance refined through experience. You do not need signs written loudly across the sky. You feel truth when it aligns with you. My child, if you have been wondering about timing, understand this. What is meant for you is not delayed. It is aligning. There is a difference. Delay feels heavy and frustrating. Alignment feels patient and purposeful. And right now, alignment is happening. Behind the scenes, paths are adjusting so you do not have to compromise yourself to fit them. You will not be asked to abandon your values to move forward. You will not be required to shrink or harden yourself to succeed. Archangel Michael says your integrity is part of your protection. Hold it gently, not rigidly, but faithfully. You will see how it draws the right outcomes toward you. My child, there is also healing occurring in the way you relate to your past. Memories may surface without pain. Old versions of yourself may come to mind without judgment. This is integration. You are no longer trying to erase who you were. You are honoring how you became who you are. This acceptance frees energy that was tied up in regret and self-criticism. And as that energy returns to you, you will feel more present, more capable, more alive. Archangel Michael says your presence itself is becoming grounding to others. People may feel calmer around you without knowing why. They may trust you instinctively. This is not a role you need to perform. It is a natural extension of your inner balance. Offer it without overgiving. Maintain your boundaries with kindness. You are learning that giving does not require depletion. My child, let this message settle like a warm light within you. There is nothing you need to do after hearing it. No action required. No decision demanded. Simply allow the reassurance to take root. You are on your path. You have not missed it. You are supported more than you see. And as you continue forward, you will notice that life begins to meet you with the same gentleness you are now offering yourself. This continuation is not an ending. It is a deepening. Remain open. Remain steady. What unfolds next will feel right when it arrives. Stay with these words, my child, and let them move slowly through you, because Archangel Michael speaks now in an even quieter way, not to command you, not to push you, but to remind you of something you already know deep inside but may have forgotten while carrying so much on your own. You have reached a point where effort alone is no longer the answer. For a long time you survived by trying harder, by being stronger, by staying alert, by anticipating what others needed or what situations might demand from you. That phase taught you endurance, but it is not meant to define your future. Archangel Michael says the season ahead responds not to force, but to alignment. This is why things feel different now. You are not losing motivation. You are shedding pressure. You are not becoming passive. You are becoming precise. My child, there is a calm intelligence moving through you that did not exist before. You pause before reacting. You listen before deciding. You sense when something is not for you without needing proof. This is maturity of the spirit. And with it comes a new kind of protection. Not protection that shields you from life, but protection that guides you toward what strengthens you. You may notice that situations that once drained you now resolve more quickly, or never fully form at all. You may notice that people who once demanded too much from you begin to fade, not through conflict, but through natural distance. Archangel Michael says this is because your energy is no longer available for what does not honor you. You did not harden your heart to achieve this. You clarified it. My child, understand this clearly. You are not meant to carry everyone. You are not meant to rescue every situation. Your compassion is valuable, but it must flow from fullness, not obligation. And now, fullness is slowly returning. You may feel moments of unexpected peace, even on ordinary days. Moments where nothing special happens, yet everything feels settled. This is not emptiness. This is stability. And from stability, creation becomes effortless. Archangel Michael says there is something being prepared that aligns with who you are now, not who you used to be. That is why patience has been required. Had it arrived earlier, you might have outgrown it too quickly or compromised yourself to keep it. Now, you will meet it as an equal. You will not need to prove yourself. You will simply recognize it. My child, there is also a shift occurring in how you see yourself. You are no longer measuring your worth by outcomes alone. You are learning to trust your inner state as guidance. When something costs you peace, you question it. When something brings clarity, you allow it. This discernment is a gift. It will save you years of detours. Archangel Michael says honor this inner signal. It will never mislead you when you are calm enough to hear it. If you have felt drawn toward solitude at times, this was not withdrawal. It was integration. You were gathering yourself back from places where your energy was scattered. And now, as you feel more whole, you will re-enter connection differently. You will engage without losing yourself. You will care without overextending. You will speak truth without fear of being misunderstood. My child, the future does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to be present. And presence is something you are reclaiming. You may also notice that your relationship with time is changing. You are less rushed, less pressured by imaginary deadlines, more aware of what actually matters. Archangel Michael says this awareness will bring opportunities that match your pace. You will no longer feel like you are chasing life. Life will begin to respond to you. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but consistently. Small confirmations will appear. Conversations that open doors. Moments that reassure you. Choices that feel right without debate. This is how alignment shows itself. My child, there is nothing you need to fix about yourself to receive what is coming. You are not being tested right now. You are being supported. Rest in that truth. Let it soften you instead of keeping you alert. You have done enough work to earn ease. And ease does not mean stagnation. It means flow. As this message reaches its end, notice how your body feels. Notice the steadiness. Notice the quiet confidence. That is Archangel Michael's presence reminding you that you are not alone in your becoming. You are guided. You are protected. You are exactly where you need to be. And what unfolds next will meet you with the same calm certainty that now lives within you. This is the last continuation, my child, and Archangel Michael asks you to receive it not as an ending, but as a sealing, a gentle closing of a cycle that has already completed its work inside you. You have walked through uncertainty longer than most, not because you were meant to suffer, but because you were meant to develop depth. Depth of perception. Depth of patience. Depth of understanding. And now, that depth is no longer something you carry alone. It has become something that supports you. My child, there was a time when you questioned your own strength because it did not look loud or forceful like others. You wondered why your victories were quiet, why your progress was internal before it ever became visible. But Archangel Michael says this was intentional. You were being taught how to remain steady without external confirmation. How to trust movement even when it felt slow. How to stand firm without needing applause. This training has prepared you for what comes next, because what is coming will ask for stability more than speed. It will ask for clarity more than effort. And you are ready for that now. You may not feel excitement in the way you once did. Instead, you feel calm certainty. That is growth. My child, understand this clearly. The absence of chaos does not mean the absence of purpose. In fact, purpose often arrives quietly, once the noise has settled. You have entered a phase where your life will no longer revolve around proving, fixing, or enduring. It will revolve around choosing. Choosing where your energy goes. Choosing what you accept. Choosing how you respond. And this choice will not feel heavy. It will feel natural. Because your inner compass has stabilized. Archangel Michael says you will notice this in small moments. When you say no without guilt. When you walk away without resentment. When you rest without feeling lazy. These are signs of alignment, not indifference. You are not closing your heart. You are protecting its rhythm. My child, there is also a quiet confidence forming in you, one that does not need validation. You trust yourself now in a way you did not before. You may still have questions, but you no longer doubt your ability to navigate answers. This self-trust is the foundation for everything that will unfold. It allows you to receive without suspicion. To step forward without fear. To release without regret. Archangel Michael says the next chapter of your life will feel lighter because you are no longer dragging old expectations with you. You are no longer trying to recreate past versions of happiness. You are open to discovering a new one. And this openness is powerful. It creates space for opportunities that align with who you are now, not who you were trying to be. My child, if there is something you have been quietly hoping for, something you have not spoken aloud because you did not want to be disappointed, understand this. Hope does not weaken you. It refines you. And refined hope is resilient. It does not cling. It allows. It trusts timing. Archangel Michael says what is meant for you will not require you to abandon yourself to receive it. You will not need to chase, convince, or sacrifice your peace. It will arrive in a way that feels respectful, steady, and right. You will recognize it not by intensity, but by ease. My child, let this truth settle deeply. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not waiting in vain. The path you are on has been unfolding exactly as needed to shape you into someone who can sustain what is coming. And sustainability is the real blessing. Not the momentary high. Not the sudden change. But the ability to live fully without burning yourself out. Archangel Michael says you are learning how to live from balance instead of survival. This is why your nervous system is calming. This is why your reactions are softening. This is why your mind feels clearer. You are no longer bracing for impact. You are present. And presence attracts what belongs. My child, as this message comes to rest within you, allow yourself to feel gratitude, not for what has already arrived, but for what no longer controls you. Gratitude for the lessons that taught you discernment. Gratitude for the delays that protected you. Gratitude for the quiet moments that reconnected you to yourself. This gratitude seals the work that has been done. You do not need to seek another sign after this. You do not need to question whether you are guided. You already know. The calm you feel is the confirmation. Remain gentle with yourself. Remain honest. Remain open. This is not an ending. It is a completion. And from this completion, a new beginning will unfold naturally, at the right pace, in the right way, without force. Archangel Michael stands with you as you move forward, not pushing, not pulling, simply accompanying you. And that is enough.